I'm Priya Rao from the First Weekend Club, and we are so fortunate to be standing here talking to Mr. Sturla Gunnarsson, who is the director and of this fantastic movie that I can't say enough of because it really made me miss my motherland, which is, of course, India. I know some of you may not realize that I'm not Canadian, purely Canadian. I am, but, motherland.
You are Canadian.
I am Canadian, and yet my soul is in India. And this film just reminded me so much of how much I miss being there and being with the relatives and seeing how much joy they find in the simplest moments of life.
Well, and monsoon is life. That's what they say. It comes every year at the same time. You can set your watch by it. Mm-hmm. June, the wind shifts. The monsoon comes. Everything comes to life. The animals, the plants, people fall in love. Yeah. And it provides India with all of its fresh water for the year, which means that it is the life of India. Mm-hmm. And some people say it's the soul of India.
Which is such a poetic thing to think of. What was not surprising to me were some of the beautiful images. India is such a gorgeous country, and the cinematography in this film is just magnificent. What did surprise me was how much people look forward to the monsoon. And when you come from a city like Toronto, where at the very few drizzles come and people are rushing inside and their umbrellas go up. But in this film, you see people reveling in the waters. They're swimming in the waist-deep water. They're really just reveling in it. I was really shocked by that. Was that something that surprised you as well?
No, it didn't. I mean, I've been sort of I've been romanced by the monsoon for many, many, many years. I've watched all the monsoon movies. I love the sort of the Bollywood version of monsoon. I love the monsoon ragas. Mm-hmm. I knew. I mean, it's this event that it's two-sided. It brings life, it brings joy, and sometimes it can just turn on a dime and bring the most terrible destruction. And that's what it is. It's creation and destruction and mystery. That's the monsoon.
And you have some very fascinating characters in this film. My personal favorite, and I know your favorite, was Akila. She's just such a lovely little girl who speaks perfect English, as so many villagers do in India. The other favorite was the bookie. I don't recall his name, but I loved his fantastic hennaed hair.
Shastri. Shastri. He's a bookie. He hangs out in the Bura Bazaar during monsoon with all his cronies. And in the morning, he sets the odds for whether or not it's going to rain in a very particular place that day. And then as the day goes by, people come and they take bets. The odds change, and he's a master. He totally fleeced me.
Oh, yeah.
And but that's the thing. Everybody in India is betting on the monsoon in one way or another. I mean, he's betting on it literally, but the meteorologists are betting on it. The farmers are betting on it. Mm-hmm. Everybody is sort of calibrating, figuring out how do I negotiate this? I'm a fisherman. It's the most bountiful time of year to go out, but it's stormy and dangerous, and the Met Office says don't go out, but I could make a fortune. What do? You bet on the monsoon.
I have a feeling that Shastri, if he decides to get out of the bookie business, he could get a job with the Farmer's Almanac.
I think Shastri is from Central Casting. What can I say? He's got the fabulous red hennaed hair, and he's so charming, and he's such a rogue.
Mm-hmm. He seems like quite a crazy character when you first meet him, because that hair is it's not a color born in nature, but he is so good at what he does, at predicting the weather, against all odds.
Well, and the funny thing, he's Marwari. His family's from Rajasthan, which is the driest place in India.
Mm-hmm. The desert.
But there he is. He's the guy that's doing the odds on the rain, and I think that's what people say in India, that Rajasthanis will bet on anything.
I'll have to ask my parents about that. We're Rajasthani as well, and it is one of the driest parts of India, but also the most colorful in terms of their outfits, the reds, the oranges, the yellows. This movie really just made me want to be back there. It's been too long, and so I thank you for making a film that really is such a love letter to India.
Thank you. It's great talking to you about it.